Coming up next on Jersey Matters, we'll introduce you to a young Atlantic City businessman who is running for governor. And get this, he wants to build another bridge. We will take you inside the Stand Up for Science rally in the state capitol. And a New Jersey business leader wants to get rid of public pensions once and for all. Those stories and a whole lot more, because Jersey Matters. Welcome to Jersey Matters. I'm Larry Menti. We continue our series of conversations with those running for governor in New Jersey. Let me introduce you to Hirsh Sing, who is a businessman and engineer who deals with aerospace and defense. The son of immigrants, is running for the Republican nomination for governor in New Jersey. Sir, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Larry.
I start off every interview as we talk to a candidate, especially someone that not everybody may know, in just telling us a little bit about yourself and why you could be or should be governor.
So I was born in Atlantic City, and being born in New Jersey is a really important thing. You know, our culture is unique, our style is unique. To protect it, you gotta know it, you gotta be from it. I went to a public school. I think it did a great job. I had amazing teachers. I think that one of the big problems we have right now is our education funding. And I think that that is mired with a lot of the other big problems we have, like our high property taxes. Identifying the main problems is the first and most important thing before you can solve those problems. And so a lot of the people that are running for government right now are in the process, in the political system, in one area or another. And when you're in the system, you know that statement, power corrupts. I think that they've been there for too long. I'm an engineer and a problem solver. And so I think I can bring something that the people really need.
So you're running as an outsider. You're sounding a little bit like Donald Trump. Are you a Donald Trump supporter?
I think Donald Trump, his message when he ran for president was one of the greatest messages we have heard in a very long time. He took every powerful political elite in the entire country, from the Democratic side and the Republican side, that have not done good for the American people, and he brushed them aside. So we have a unique opportunity with Donald Trump. We have the ability to hit the reset button and really get our country to go in the right direction. His message was wonderful. We need to see follow through. We need to see his message to be actually delivered. I think that if he does that, he's going to be one of the greatest presidents in American history. But if he goes back on, you know, some of the things like what we're seeing with the Affordable Care Act and with Syria, I'm going to reserve judgment right now.
You're disappointed in his first 100 days? He doesn't have 100 yet, but in his time in office so far?
I think he's done a lot of good, but we need him to follow through. His number one issue was the Affordable Care Act, and you can't just have a symbolic victory in Congress. You need to do something that the American people need and American people want, and that is something that is going to be more cost effective and something that's going to let people be who they are. So I loved his message. In very hostile environments, I waved his flag. Now it's time for him to deliver what's good for America.
Now, you know that most of the Republican candidates, I think I'm right in saying that, certainly Kim Guadagno and Jack Ciattarelli, have distanced themselves from Donald Trump because Donald Trump was not popular in this state and has lost some popularity since he took office. You aren't running away from him, you're embracing him. That may not be seen as a wise political strategy.
Well, I think that anyone who would actually really say that's not wise is someone who's not, you know, paying attention to the people, because it was the silent majority that got him elected.
Not in New Jersey.
In New Jersey, you had the highest voter turnout in history for a presidential election. Taking that into consideration, I think both sides showed up because of, you know, the Democrat and the Republican side. So I would say that the job was done. He did bring democracy out. And if you lose, I mean, New Jersey has specific issues.
But you would, and we will get to those issues,
Yeah,
but you would agree that this is a blue state. It's become a blue state, and that Donald Trump didn't do as well here as he did across the rest of the country. And for you to win, for a Republican to win, you have to be able to reach and get some Democratic voters to win. And if you believe that premise,
yes,
will they hold that Donald Trump support against you?
No, I do not think so. I think that it's all about the message. And my reason for supporting Donald Trump was that he was saying that he would do good for America, and that he said that he would try and make sure that we undo what all the political insiders have been. The corruption needed to get thrown out. So he did beat them. Now it's up to him to deliver, right? He did not give us specifics, he gave us platitudes. Now let's let those platitudes come to fruition and everyone can be happy. But if he changes his message, I will challenge him. I'll be the first one to rally the silent majority in this state and beyond and say, you tricked us. But I think right now he is actually going to deliver. I have faith, I have hope. But in this state, did he come here that often? Did he come here to campaign? No. He was told he couldn't possibly win here. He was campaigning in other states, and he did what he did, and he won. So if he had spent more time here, I think he could have won people over because his message was America and what's good for America.
You're from Atlantic City, where Donald Trump has a history. Was Donald Trump good or bad for Atlantic City?
Well, who's in charge of the environment that business is supposed to thrive in? That's government.
Oh, you're not going to answer the question?
No, I will answer the question. That it's government that creates the environment that business must thrive in. But every person had their hands in the money jar of Atlantic City. And if you're taking a business's money at the rates that the casinos have been getting, I would say, taken advantage of by the government, then that's why you see all these casinos failing. You know, he made a good amount of money before he left. As a businessman, he did take care of his dollars first. But here's the problem.
But in doing that, he stiffed contractors. In doing that, he's put a lot of people out of work. And so, and that's why the original question was he good or bad for Atlantic City? I know he was good for Donald Trump, but was he good for Atlantic City?
Well, he gave the dream of being America's playground more value than by not showing up to have a casino there. And you have to understand that I have a very personal, closeness to this matter because right now Atlantic County and that area is leading the entire country in foreclosures. So it's not just one side you can say that's wrong. It's the government's job to help business do their work. The amount of money that's been coming through Atlantic City, it could have exploded 10 times over. But that money kept leaving South Jersey, going to other programs that have not helped the state. And Trenton's job was to make sure no new casinos would be going up in the states around us. They failed at their job. All right, if you're a leader, you need to take care of the things that matter and are important.
How could Trenton stop casinos from going up in the states around us?
Isn't that how lobbying works? You lobby the states around you and say, look, let's not do this, let's not let that happen?
I don't understand. So if you were governor, you think your power would be to be able to stop casinos from going up in the states around us?
Actually, the real thing is you make Atlantic City so nice, so good, that infrastructure is great, so that people would not want to invest somewhere else because no one would want to go there.
But what about North Jersey? Are you for casinos in North Jersey?
I'm 100% against it. They should not be there.
And forgive me for this, but you're sounding more like an Atlantic City candidate than a state candidate.
Well, we were only talking about Atlantic City so far.
Yeah, but I mean,
I'll tell you about more things.
Well, but no. Why no casinos in North Jersey?
Because it's not necessary. We have other things in North Jersey that can be done really well. If we've invested so much money for so many years in Atlantic City, let's not waste money by trying to recreate something somewhere else. Let's make what's good even better, and let's bring other new things to North Jersey.
We have to talk about pension. We have to talk about school funding.
Yes.
And your idea to put another bridge in South Jersey. We continue our conversation with Hirsh Sing when we continue.